Hi, folks. It's Ramona from the Healing GrapeVine, and this is really interesting because the last week or so, I haven't been feeling all that great. Like something just kind of bugging me, and I check with my New Age friends, and they tell me it's the cosmos doing this and that, and I'm like, well, they're really doing this and that because I'm feeling absolutely clobbered. And then, I was feeling like my liver was aggravated, but I couldn't figure out why my liver was aggravated. I've had 2 glasses of wine in the last 10 days or something like that. I mean, generally, I like a glass of wine, red wine for the resveratrol, of course. I'll enjoy it with my dinner each evening. But in the last couple of weeks, I just haven't felt like it. So, anyway, I'm laying down, kind of resting. I've got my Farm for Red pad over the top of me. And I get a phone call from Costco telling me about the recall on the frozen berry mix. Apparently, this organic antioxidant blend, which was a great price for organic and made fantastic smoothies. I love my raspberry berry smoothies. I've been eating this blend for months. And just the other day, the FDA discovered that it is tainted with hepatitis A. Hepatitis A apparently is coming from the pomegranate seed coming from Turkey. Now, I was just thinking about this the other day, how hard it is to discover the source of these kinds of products, the blends. What country source is our food coming from? Of course, you might know or remember I wrote the article Made in China, 3 toxic words bad for our health, because this is the issue they're having in China. The middle class won't eat their own food over there because maybe it's rat meat instead of lamb, or it's, loaded with mercury and radiation and all that stuff. So this has had me thinking about labels more and more. And just the other day, I was at Costco reading the labels, trying to determine the source of some of the products. It'll tell you distributed by or manufactured by, but especially in food, I'm not really seeing the product of USA or made in USA or where the heck is it from. So here's the issue. One of the little berries in this bag of frozen berries for my smoothie is loaded with hepatitis A. Now, hepatitis A is most well known as infectious hepatitis. It's the food and water bearing, born hepatitis. It's viral in nature. There really isn't any kind of treatment for it. The signs and symptoms, mistaken for influenza, which I've been feeling pretty clobbered about in the last, last week or so. I was having headaches and, weather's changing, solar flares. I was looking at all these other reasons. Fatigue for sure. A little bit of nausea, but not too bad. Don't have the jaundice, thank goodness. But my liver is really, really sore, and it attacks the liver. That's exactly what it goes for. So, if they diagnose you with it, they're going to run a test. They're going to look for the markers of antibodies and things in the liver. And they're going to say, well, you could take a vaccine if you want. But there really isn't any specific treatment for hepatitis A. Sufferers are advised to rest, avoid fatty foods and alcohol. I had that sort of naturally in my intuition. These may be poorly tolerated for some months during the recovery phase. Eat a well-balanced diet and stay hydrated. Well, yeah, that's always what you should do. But it's not really something people die from that often. There's 4 deaths out of every 1,000 in a general population. The good news is you get it once, you have the antibodies for it, and you won't ever get it again. But it's pretty contagious within the family now. I'm still trying to figure out if I shared a glass of water with my kids. Do they have it? Now, they were also drinking the smoothies, and they're younger and bouncier, and so far they don't really seem to be indicating anything exceptional. But anyway, so lo and behold, when these kinds of things happen, I go into my medicine cabinet, quote unquote, and I reach for the elderberry and the cat's claw and the humic acid. Elderberry, of course, is one of the better antiviral herb berries out there. Cat's claw is just, ever since I had Lyme disease, it was the thing that would build my white blood cells and help me fight off an infection. So, of course, reaching for cat's claw seems like a good strategy. And the humic acid's my new research piece. It's all about the remineralization of the body, how it both flushes and releases toxins and pathogens. It's antiviral, antibacterial, but also it does help protect cell membrane. When you're properly mineralized, your DNA sort of stands up right and communicates properly, and the body functions more healthfully and preventively. So in terms of prevention, those are the things I recommend. Of course, I wouldn't recommend going out and getting the vaccine. It doesn't make any sense for a lot of reasons. I'll skip bashing the vaccine people today because I usually do it every other day. And so there you have it from the grapevine. If you happen to be eating these organic antioxidant blend berries, go take them back to Costco. Even if you just have an empty bag, they will pay you back. They'll reimburse you. They offer to give you a free vaccine. That's your choice, not mine. And go get your antiviral herbs and, just kind of beef up your immune system for a little while. You can learn a lot about this, of course, in the Recover Now section. One of my favorite things in the detox protocol section is the foods that detoxify and heal. And in here is listed the things that are antiviral and antibacterial and all that good stuff. So that's all for now. That's the latest. Just when you think it's safe to eat organic. Ay, ay, ay. Don't stop laughing, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, you heard it on the grapevine.